for another day. One thing I'm learning to do is don't let stuff stress you out. And I'm up here, even as I anoint myself for this morning, as we meet heaven at the altar. You got computers that want to update at the wrong time. I learned how to don't let stuff stress you out. I want everybody to just declare that I'm not going to let the devil get on my nerves. It's good to see everybody. But we're not going to let the enemy stress us out. Let the computer do what it needs to do. I can't speed it up. Some things you just have to wait. Because what's going on, there's a message in this, because even though it seems like might be the wrong time, but what the system is doing, it is updating so that it can run better, so it could be up to date on the latest version. And sometimes we don't understand why God is delaying things, and you never know. He might be updating you. He might be restarting you. So you have to be patient with the process. You can't speed it up. You just have to wait. And wait for it to finish the process, to do what it needs to do. I'm not going to let the devil get on my nerves. I learn how to breathe. Y'all feeling me on this? Let's talk about the altar. One of the things that we are going to do, I want to kind of make this announcement. On Monday and Tuesday, I'm going to ask Cora to put the stream of the Dream Center and TJRM Ministries on Monday and Tuesday night, if she's available. Because we're going to be, this is our last week. This is our last week of the fast, and we're closing out the fast with revival. And we're going to be in revival at the Dream Center Monday and Tuesday with Bishop Vaughn, Bishop Murphy, our leading pastor, and then Bishop Vaughn, who's going to be our guest speaker. It's going to be an awesome move. It's going to be an awesome move. So she says, okay. So that's Monday and Tuesday night. I'm going to ask you guys to tune in, because it's where we finish. It's where we finish. It's where we finish. And so I'm asking everybody to meet us where we're going to finish this fast. But it's not over. That's where we finish, but it's not over. The Lord spoke to me about a week ago. He says, do not change anything. I said, okay, Lord. stay at the altar. He says, stay at the altar. Thank you, Jesus. Stay at the altar. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to stay at the altar. We are here for a reason. We are here to build an altar, and you're gonna learn why God has commanded you to build an altar. You are that altar, right? You are that altar. Your heart is that altar. Your worship, your praise, you are. That's who we are. We become where God can speak to us. And what we have talked about is build more than one. Just don't build one. You're gonna need more than one. You're gonna need more than one. There are going to be times you're going to have to cry out. For something that you're going to have to bring to an altar. And you're going to realize I need more than one. I need more than one. I want us to look at Genesis 12, and you're going to see Abraham builds more than one altar. Abraham builds more than one altar. Verse 1 says this. This is how it starts out. God told Abraham, leave. God told Abraham, leave. And the first thing that we establish about building an altar, that Abraham built more than one altar, the first thing he had to do was leave something behind. Leave. What is it that you have to put behind you? What is it, Pamela? God is trying to get you to leave. Doesn't mean it was all bad, but that God is just trying to get you to another place. What is it whatever it is, you're like, what is that God is trying to get me to leave and leave it behind? He says, leave your country, your family, your father's homeland, that I will show you, for a land that I will show you. If you never leave, you will never see it. Did y'all hear what I just said here? If I never leave, if I stay where I am, I will never see it. I will never see what God has promised, because I'm still holding on to something that I refuse to leave. Watch this here. And this is before the altar is even made. I want y'all to know that God spoke to Abram at this time before there was an altar. Before there was an altar built, God spoke. He says, I'll make you a great nation. I'll bless you. You'll be a blessing. I'll bless those who bless you. Those who curse you, I will curse. All the families of the earth will be blessed through you. God right now, listen. There is an altar for your promise. Because I'm hearing that the Lord is speaking to you about your promise. Mother Virginia, the Lord is talking to you. You don't see it, but He's talking to you about your promise. Sister Carolyn, you don't see it yet, but He's talking to you about your promise. I wish I can get some help up in here. Sister Regina, we don't see it yet, but He's talking to us. That's where I am. I mean, I don't see it yet. I done had conversations with individuals that say, listen, this is what I want to do. This is what the Lord is saying. But He's just talking to me about my promise. He's talking to you about your promise. What He's going to make you in your future. I see you. This is a declaration now. It's no longer a saying. I see you better in your future than I see you today. I want y'all to say that to one another. Just fill the room. I see you better in your future than I see you today. Dr. Abram, listen, his name haven't even been changed yet. God is, I'm getting chills, y'all excuse me. His name haven't even been changed yet. Y'all hear what I'm saying? God is talking to him about his future when he haven't even changed his name yet. The only thing he did was leave. Verse 4. So Abram left, as God said. And Lot left with him. We'll deal with that later. We'll deal with Lot. Because we have to be careful who or what we bring when we leave. When God told you to leave it behind. We'll deal with that. Abraham was 75 years old when he left. Abraham took his wife Sarah and nephew Lot with him, along with all his possessions and people that had gotten in Haran, and set out to the land of Canaan, or the land of promise. Wow, God, thank you. Abraham passed through the country as far as Shechem, which is shoulder, and the oak of Morah, which is in the original language teacher. Shoulder, teacher. My prayer at the altar of promise is that God will give you the shoulder that you need, that it give you the right instructions where you will learn. The right instructions, the right connections, where I can learn. I can learn. I need a shoulder. Because many of us who are on this call feel abandoned because you didn't have the right shoulder. I see you, Diane. Or Nisa. I see you. I got you. We will pray. Many of us have become bitter because we didn't have a shoulder. Many of us have things inside of us that we don't like to feel because we didn't have that shoulder. We didn't have the shoulder. We didn't have support. We didn't have the shoulder or the mentor or the teacher to keep us encouraged or give us correction. Because the church is designed to change you, correct you, and challenge you. And we just didn't have that shoulder. You're going to need a shoulder. Abraham got to the place before his name was even changed. He got to a place of shoulder. Watch this here. At that time, when he got to the place of Shechem or shoulder and the oak of Morah or teacher, at that time, the Canaanites occupied the land. I gotta stop. We'll continue on tomorrow. But at that time, the Canaanites occupied the land. At the time that God speaks to you at the altar, it might seem like the timing is off. It's like, how are you going to give me this? And it looks like it's somebody else's. Let me read verse 7, because this is where he built an altar. God appeared to Abraham and said, I will give you this land. I mean, like, wait a minute, God, but right now the Canaanites occupy. No, I'm going to give you this land. God have already something ready for you. That may not seem like it's occupied right now, but it's yours. It's yours. He says, I will give you this land to your children. Abraham built an altar at that place. The place that God promised. At the place where God said, this is the right, you are at the right place at the right time. This is where I'm going to build the altar. This is the place where I'm going to pray. This is the place I'm going to cry out. This is the place I'm going to bring the oil so the fire would never go out. This, he says, Abraham, you left things behind to get to this place. And when God appeared to Abram before anything changed in Abram's life, Abraham decided, this is where God appeared to me and talked to me about my promise. I'm going to build an altar right here. Right here. This is the place I build. This is the place I build. I need y'all to begin to just pray in the spirit now. Pray in the spirit. Pray in the spirit. Build an altar, because God is speaking to you about your promise. Come on, Sister Marjorie. God's been talking to you. Build God an altar. Right here. This place. Come on, build him an altar. I know it's right now. There should be a sound being lifted where you are. Build God an altar. Because he's talking to you about your promise. Come on, build him an altar. Because he's talking to you about your promise. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Oh, no. Come on, just raise up a sound. Those of you that are in your prayer language, start praying in your prayer language, because there's some things that God is doing in the spirit. Those of you who pray from your heart in the known language, start giving God praise even in the known, because God is talking to you. Because I believe before this month is out, God is going to reveal to you the evidence of speaking in the unknown tongue. He's talking to you about your promise. 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 Yes, Lord. He's talking to you about your promise. He's talking to you about your promise. He's talking to you about your promise. Come on. He's talking to you about your promise. 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 Mother Virginia, he's talking to you about your promise. Build God an altar. Build God an altar. Build God an altar. Yes, God. Yes, God. He's talking to you about your promise. That things are going to happen. He's talking to you now about things that's going to take place later. He's talking to you now about things that's going to happen to you. Come on. He's talking to you now about things that's going to happen later. Build God an altar, because he's talking to you about your promise. I see you, Toy. Yeah, God. Thank you, Jesus. Build God an altar. Build God an altar. He's talking to you about your promise. Come on, everybody. One more time. Come on, we're almost done. Build God an altar. This is where you build. This is where you build. Don't wait till you have it. Don't wait till you see it. This is where you build. This is the places where you build. This is where you build. At the altar, cry out. At the altar, we cry out. At the altar, we cry out. At the altar, at the altar, at the altar, we cry out. At the altar, we cry.